Welcome back to Gil's Arena, presented by Underdog. Whoa, whoa! Whoa! You already know we got a special one today, so we're gonna get right to it. As always, we got the legend, Gilbert Arenas here with us. What's up, Gil?
What it do?
Y'all see, I got some Kobe's last week from Slam. I went upstairs to go rob Gil. My Kobe's were gone. I see what happened to him. Gil, you got the Kobe's on right now?
No, I was just borrowing them.
Okay. They like both ours. They like both ours. They like both ours. Appreciate you. We got NBA champion of the world, championship king, Nick Young in the house.
It's three, yeah, I forgot.
On this side of the couch, former #1 pick, the bully from Oak Cliff, Kenyon Martin, back here with us. And the man known as Cemetery Larry, Rashad McCants, is in the arena. So for all the fans out there, we still got 2 viewing options for you, our traditional version, mobile, vertical version. Pick whichever one you want to watch. Just make sure you support the show. Here's what's cracking in the arena today. The Thunder and Nuggets split their back-to-back games with SGA striking first and Joker striking back. How did these past 2 games impact the MVP race? The Cavs are in the midst of their second winning streak of at least 14 games this season, have the best record in the league. Should Cleveland be the favorite to win the chip this season? And the most important topic, of course, Stephen A. Smith is finally pulling up to the arena, and we got some things to discuss. But before we get into all that, as always, this show is brought to you by Underdog. Go ahead, download the app, use promo code GIL. You get up to $1,000 in bonus cash plus a special pick'em. And because it's a special episode of Gil's Arena today, Underdog is offering a special to Gil's Arena viewers. Underdog is offering a free pick on any player of your choosing. Just click the link in the chat or scan the QR code to claim your prize. The special will be available throughout the show, so those of you who tap in later can take advantage as well. You see the sign, ladies and gentlemen, 138 days. We're hoping to get it to 0 in the very near future. And as always, if you can't watch the show on YouTube, we got audio versions available on Apple, Spotify, wherever you get your podcast from. As a reminder, we are doing our Gillian subscriber giveaway. We are trying to get to 1 million, 1 Gillian subscribers on the Gil's Arena YouTube. For every 1,000 subscribers we get between 900,000 and 1 million, Underdog is giving a lucky Underdog user $1,000 in bonus cash. So we are up to 955,000 subscribers on the channel as of this very moment. That means we are giving away at least $2,000 on the show today, but obviously we got a very special guest in the building, so it may jump up. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you can, and shout out to Rough Greens for sponsoring today's podcast. Ever see your dog slowing down or having health issues and wonder, what can I do to make them better? Rough Greens to your dog's food. You gotta add it 90 days and you'll see changes that will amaze you, Kenyon, you know.
No, he was licking the bowl. I had to tell him this is gone, dog.
So
this morning before I left, he was like, I said, hey, ain't no more in there.
So invented by Dr. Dennis Black, Rough Greens wants to invite you to give your pup the Rough Greens 90-day challenge. In the first 30 days, you'll see shinier coats and increased energy. By day 60, your dog will have a stronger immune system, less shedding, and improved joint function, all due to the live nutrients you've added to their diet. And at 90 days, better digestion, reduced inflammation, improved heart health, and you might even have reduced their cancer risk. Fetch a free Jumpstart trial bag, normally $20, free with code ARENA. Just cover shipping. So go to roughgreens.com. That's RUFF greens.com and use promo code ARENA and just cover shipping. There's more, Shad. There's more. You don't have to change your dog's food to improve your dog's health. Just add a scoop of Rough Greens. Then you said you sampled it.
Oh, yeah, the dog love it. The trust.
The dog gonna live.
I need some more. Hey, my dog weigh a lot. I use it regularly. Hey, Carol,
be here to
I need another shipment because the dog.
I'll get it.
That's all right. The dog 220. He needs it.
Shad, you like the lights on? You
I got a whole human at home. We got a whole human at home.
We gotta do what we gotta do. We gotta build the pay.
Ever since you've been on the movie shit, you've been doing longer monologues.
More than a host.
Them shit's been stretching out a little bit longer. Like this
is
about
me
Hollywood.
Shit. He's trying to show people his range. I gotta let that man cook.
Are you gonna see range in a second? You're gonna see range in a second, but let's get to it. Let's get to it. After a 138-day wait, the time has finally come. A man who needs no introduction.
What if it came out like this?
He's the king of TV. ESPN gives him what number one.
Strong.
Eating rough greens. Eating rough greens.
How you remember that song? That shit was hilarious. I remember that song.
Of TV. Special guest making his first appearance in the arena, internationally known, nationally recognized, locally respected, host of the Stephen A. Smith Show on YouTube and everywhere you get your podcasts. New York Times best-selling author and host and executive producer of ESPN's #1 morning show, First Take, Stephen A. Smith. Welcome to Gilbert Arena.
What's going on? Can I start out by saying something first? It's been 138 days. Y'all keep reminding me of that shit. You got me there, right?
138 days?
And I'm going.
No longer, sir. It is
Check this
back to
out.
zero.
Check this out.
Stephen A. Smith is in the arena.
So now I can say it. I started negotiations 5 weeks beforehand. So what happened was that first of all, congratulations on the podcast. What y'all doing is special. That's why I'm here. So congratulations to all of y'all. But here's the deal. Y'all some wild ass brothers, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I'm like, yo, I don't need to be going on there in the middle of my negotiation.
We dig it.
So the negotiations, just so that everybody knows, that shit took us 275 days. I've been negotiating for 10 months. Damn. I signed the deal last week. And the next day, you like, where you at?
Yeah, where you at?
I'm like this, I'm coming.
Already.
Deal's done, you know what I'm saying?
Right, hey.
So that's what happened. I just want y'all to know.
Congratulations, bro.
Thanks a lot. I didn't want to come in the middle of the negotiation.
I don't blame you.
That's all.
I don't blame you.
There we go.
Because one thing for sure, two things for sure, this shit can definitely go left
There
at
you
any
go.
given time.
That's right.
Don't let us
that price.
And don't let these N-words get in the way of your money, dog.
There we go.
So trust me.
That's all it was.
I
That's
dig
all
it,
it
Jack.
was. You know? So that's it. So I'm here.
So we got a lot of
200 though.
Huh?
You could have
pushed it up.
Next to me, man.
Hey, you know, anything's possible.
You know.
I should have waited.
So we got a lot of things
Yeah.
to discuss. First things first, as you mentioned, you got that new 5-year deal.
Yeah.
8-figure range. We're in pocket watching. We just say 8-figure range is what we've heard.
Singing.
So what does it mean to you to sign a deal of that magnitude? And what does it say about your position in the sports media game?
Well, it's humbling. You know, unless you're an athlete or an artist, you don't expect to be able to sign for, you know, that kind of money. And so, you know, it's like I'm very blessed. I'm very fortunate. You know, I can sit up here and talk some shit, but yeah, you know, I earned it. I earned it in terms of the work that I put in, the hours, how hard I work. But that don't mean you gonna end up getting some shit like that. And so the fact that I was able to pull that off, it was a very, very big deal to me because I'm the cat that I wake up, I'm reading the Wall Street Journal. I'm reading, you know, the Financial Times and shit. It ain't just the tabloids and all of that stuff. So I'm monitoring the money. And then I'm monitoring who getting the money. And then I'm monitoring how is it relatable to what I do. And then I'm saying, well, wait a minute now. That person got that money. That person got that money. How you gonna justify? So, you know, if you ESPN and you in the news because you signed one of my colleagues to 5 years, 85 million, and another cat got 20 million a year, and then you look at Fox and Brady got 375. You're like, where do I fit in? And I'm looking at it from that standpoint, and I'm like, all right, this is my worth based on my ratings, the revenue that I know the show is generating, kind of knowing my business and stuff, because in 2009, when I got fired and got let go, I mean, I was a dumbass. The fact of the matter is I thought popularity was me being on commercials and being on the side of buses and stuff like that, and yo, that means I'm popular. Well, but I didn't have any knowledge of how to measure my worth. And so they came to the negotiating table and they said, you worth this. I thought I was worth that. They said, all right, shit, go out there and get it, find it. And then I went out there and there was no market for me in 2009. And they didn't want me back, so my career was in jeopardy. I was off, people don't realize this. From 2009, when they let me go, I was off the air until 2012, television. When I came back in 2011, I was confined and restricted to radio. Fox Sports had came and got me in 2010. Then in 2011, ESPN came back and get me, but they said you can only do radio, you can't do television. And it wasn't until I got on First Take that all of a sudden everything started, growing again and growing again. So all of that shit I brought into negotiations, my knowledge of what I experienced, what I went through, why I went through it. And then along the way, as I got these contracts, it would be, brothers coming up and I'm like, yo, this is what happened to me. Don't let that shit happen to you. And that's how it all happened.
Well, we appreciate you. We were monitoring your contract situation as well. And shout out to Underdog. Download the Underdog app. Use promo code GIL. Get up to $1,000 in bonus cash plus a special pick 'em.
Yeah.
And be prepared to hear from our agent soon. But Stephen A., you have ducked us no longer.
Yeah.
We got to dump the sign.
Yeah.
All right, we got a lot to discuss. We're going to start with the biggest story in the league right now. So on the second night of a back-to-back, games between top MVP candidates Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and Nikola Jokic, the two led their teams to another entertaining game. After OKC won the first game of this set, it was important for the Nuggets to respond, and they did. Let's take a look at some of the highlights from last night. We were watching on our playback watch party, playback.tv/Gilbert Arenas. For all of those who weren't aware, we had Mr. B on there as well. But Joker had 35 points, 18 rebounds, 8 assists, just 1 turnover in the win, played 40 minutes, was a remarkably efficient 15 for 20 from the field. Jamal Murray did his thing as well, 34 points and 6 assists in 40 minutes. He was 11 for 22 from the field, perfect 9 for 9 from the free throw line. On the OKC side, SGA had 25 points and 7 assists. We all remember he dropped 40 in the win over Denver back on Sunday. Lou Dort was actually the Thunder's leading scorer on the night with 26 points. Key injury note, All-Star Jalen Williams missed the second half of this game after suffering a right hip strain. We'll be monitoring that situation in the coming days. But let's watch a little bit more of these highlights. Joker really did his thing, helping elevate his squad, getting his get back. Second night of a back-to-back against the Thunder in OKC.
Shots. He didn't take all them shots.
Yeah, SGA was not shooting like he said. He was looking to make a statement. Had an opportunity to make it.
Yeah, the
But
game.
Jalen Williams was
Cook.
No, but the game.
Hey. Leave no Aaron Gordon either, so it wasn't,
See, I see stuff like this, and it makes me look at Oklahoma City a little differently. Like, 1 minute, I think they the dogs to beat. And the next night, they'll turn around and lose, and I'm like, you can take them. You can take them. And that's what happened last year. They go in the players the number 1 seed, and Kyrie and Luka give it to them, And I'm like, that's a series you could win, but SGA was the only one that showed up consistently. The other cats did it. And that's the kind of stuff that I look for at this late in the season. Yeah, you got Denver the first night. They came back and get you, but it's not whether you win or lose, it's how you got done. It's like for them to answer the way that they did last night is what gives me cause to pause about OKC.
Yeah, it's they being young, man. You don't understand the severity of each and every game. Like, you gotta, if you're trying to make a statement, trying to prove that you one of them teams to beat, you gotta show up again, man. And Denver knew the severity of this, right?
Right.
We're fighting for something. This man's MVP is at stake, so they fighting for him.
Right.
Yeah.
What was Jalen Williams' numbers at half?
Pull it up for you.
Yeah, I think he got, didn't he get hurt last night?
Yeah, he missed the second half.
What, 22?
Half with the hip strain.
Yeah, 22 and a half?
Let me pull it up for you.
That's crazy.
Wi-Fi little janky.
No,
Stephen
I'm
A.
saying the game before when we was on our way back, right? From, so we always watching the game on our phone. We was coming back from San Diego, Dog Bowl. And we always like, man, this man really out here hunting shots, man.
Yeah.
Like, it looks like, I understand he averaged 32, Shay, but it looked bad the other day.
Jalen Williams had 12 and 6 in that
The first game,
half.
Sunday.
Okay.
12 and 6.
12 and 6. missed the second
Sunday's game. Shot the ball, 33,
32 times.
33
15
times,
for 32
right?
from the field.
Right.
In the foot, he got more like them makes he made 4 late?
Yep. No, maybe
Like
5.
4, he made
Maybe
like
5.
5 straight.
5 late,
five straight.
right?
At the
Fine
end.
again.
And so the 40, we were all like, yeah, but this is like, when you look at it, it's like, dude,
But
we get it,
let's
man.
analyze.
Do you see?
Like, we
do
get
that,
it.
though?
Compared to last
But
night.
then,
Compared to
but then
last
they
night.
adjusted, and you didn't take that.
But was it an adjustment, or was it
little bit.
Shai trying to dial back what he said initially is, I shot the ball too many times. It's exactly what we seen immediately. We on the bus, we like, come on, man. And then you can see the 40 and the 8 in a win feels good to the team. But it don't feel good to him. For some reason, I took too many shots.
Can I throw this at all of y'all?
That's a good thing.
I look at Jalen. He the key.
Yeah.
See, I'm not worried about Shea.
Yeah.
He's shown me he gonna show up. To me, Oklahoma, you know, I was debating with some cats about this. I don't know whether it was Big Perk or somebody else, but it was like, they were like, Chet Holmgren's the key. I'm like, yeah, but I expect him to do what he does. I expect Hartenstein to do what he does. Jalen to me is the key because if you got somebody other than Shea that you can say, here's the ball, take us there. Now they could go to the finals. But without that, I don't think so.
He's too young. He's too young to be putting that much pressure on him right now.
Even as a secondary option?
Right now. Because what they've done is, OKC, if they depended on SGA so much to the point where a 25-point game is not nearly enough to beat Joker and them after a 40-point game. 14 shots ain't nearly enough than the 32 that you just took. So you took a major step back in both production and I'm not going to say direct leadership, but what we're looking for us to come back in the fourth and we just lost the secondary option, you can't, 14's not enough. Now we need you to hunt shots.
But what I'm asking is, when you say it's too much, as a secondary option?
Yes.
No.
It's too much as
to
a
depend
secondary?
on him to carry the load if he's not having a good game. It's his first year as an All-Star. He hasn't really shown that he can handle a load. He can't handle the pressure of I gotta be the guy.
But I'm not.
I disagree with that. Yeah, he got to. Nah, you're All-Star now, brother.
Was he supposed to be an All-Star?
Yes, absolutely, Jalen.
Well, then they can't win.
Right.
Huh?
They can't win then.
Yeah.
Because if Murray is a second option,
Yes.
and
You know what he gonna do. You know what he gonna do
if
when
LeBron is the second option to the Lakers,
Right.
comparable.
Come on,
right?
man.
You're
Yeah,
talking about
that's what I'm
Jaylen
saying.
Brown
Yeah,
or Tatum.
Yeah.
You're
Second
talking about Dame. So the fact that these are second options, if you can't rely on him to average at least 23